Hey Mustangs, we are your counselors and we're here to help you get ready for your 10th grade year when it comes to course selection. The objectives for today is to go over 4-year planning. We'll review high school graduation requirements and A through G requirements. We also want to help you make informed course selection decisions for the upcoming school year. And then we'll finally review some upcoming opportunities for supports that you will have. So we'll first begin with the Mountain House High School graduation requirements. So when it comes to social studies, students will be required to complete 35 credits. So global studies, you'll need to complete 5 credits. Students will need to take world history or AP Human Geo, as well as US history, government, and econ. We also require 4 years of English, as well as 2 years of math. We do require 3 years of science. 1 year will be a life science and 2 years will be physical science. We also require a world language or visual and performing art. We do require 15 credits of health. So students will take 5 credits of health in 9th grade. And then they'll also earn 10 credits of adulting in senior year. We also require 2 years of PE. Additionally, we do require 60 elective credits. So in total, students should earn 230 credits to graduate. So if you earn a D in any of your classes, you will earn credit in that particular course. In addition to those requirements, students must also complete community service. If you've been at Mountain House all 4 years, you will be required to complete 40 hours of community service. The state also has an algebra requirement, so all students must pass a year-long course with algebra content. High school attendance is also required, so students are required to attend school for all 4 years. So by meeting these requirements, students are prepared to graduate high school, which means they're ready for community college, trade school, or entering the world of work. Some students are interested in going straight to a 4-year college right after high school, and those students must complete what's called an A through G course sequence. So if you want to be 4-year eligible, these will be the set of requirements you'll need to maintain. Students will need to take 2 years of history, 4 years of English, 3 years of math. But when we are referring to math, we're really referring to the levels of math. So students need to get to the level of Math 3. But keep in mind, 4 years is actually recommended. Colleges do require 2 years of science, 1 life science and 1 physical science. However, 3 years is recommended. World language, students must complete 2 years of a world language, but 3 years is actually recommended. In addition, students must also complete a year of a visual and performing arts and a year of a college prep elective. And in all of these courses, students must earn a C or better. Keep in mind, colleges are really competitive, so you want to get your GPA as high as possible so you are a competitive applicant. This screen is showing you the differences between Mountain House High School graduation requirements compared to the A through G requirements. So there's a lot of information on this slide, but the big thing to keep in mind when it comes to the difference between MHHS requirements and A through G is the world language requirement. So to graduate high school, you just need 1 year of a language or a year of a visual and performing art. But if you plan to go straight to a 4-year college, you need to complete 2 years of a world language and a year of a visual and performing arts. Another big difference is the grades. So to graduate from high school and earn credit, you need a D or better. But if you're trying to go to 4-year college, you need a minimum of a C or better. So if you're interested in being 4-year eligible, but maybe you had a D or F in a 9th grade course, you do have options for credit recovery. So you do have options to fix those grades so you can still get back on track with your goals after high school. Our biggest form of credit recovery is summer school. Students may also choose to take 7 classes in a school year, and they could choose to take a class called Credit Recovery Lab, which is where students will come in and they will make up credits that they didn't earn in a previous year. Students may also take community college classes, but that's actually not a very common credit recovery method that we see. And if you've completely bombed a lot of classes and you didn't earn a lot of credit and you're behind, you might be a good candidate for our EPIC program, which is our alternative education program. Regardless of whatever credit recovery option you choose, you should always be sure to be in communication with your counselor if you do plan to pursue any credit recovery options. Another set of requirements to be mindful of is the NC2A requirements. Now, these requirements are specifically for students interested in playing college athletics. So this is for a small population that we have on campus, but we do want to make sure that you are all aware that if you are interested in playing college level sports, you do need to follow the NC2A requirements. It ultimately will be the student's responsibility to track these requirements and ensure they're taking the appropriate courses and maintaining a qualifying GPA. Students must also register for NC2A in their 10th grade year. It's also a good idea to notify your counselor if this is your plan. Counselors can definitely assist you if your goal is to be NC2A eligible. So let's move on to your class schedule. When it comes to a standard schedule, 6 classes plus 1 flex period is the most common schedule we have on campus. This permits our students to earn 240 credits, which is actually 10 credits more than what you need to graduate. A 6-period schedule will give you more opportunity to prepare for college, to promote a balance between academics and personal life. So you really will have more time to do some extracurricular work if you have a 6-class day. However, students may choose to take 7 classes. If you would like 7 classes, you simply register for 7. Students with 7 classes do not have a flex period. So you will need to anticipate that you'll have additional demands on your time. So you might not have the opportunity to do extracurricular work and hang out with your friends as much as you are taking 7 classes. Keep in mind, we can guarantee all students 6 classes, but we cannot guarantee 7. When it comes to scheduling, you will have opportunities to take honors or AP courses. Just be mindful, we recommend a maximum of 2. If you are interested in taking an AP or honors course, we strongly encourage that it's a course that you enjoy. You should have an A in that subject or similar subjects. You should have the time and motivation to do work in that AP or honors course. AP and honors courses, they go more in depth into a subject. So you will be doing a lot more work in the AP or honors course. So it's very important that you have the time to dedicate to that particular course. On the contrary, you are not ready for an AP course if you don't like the subject. So if you are in English and you do not like reading, you don't like writing, then AP, honors, in an English subject would probably not be a good fit for you. And if you have a D or F in your current English class, then signing up for an English 10 honors course would not be a good idea. Additionally, if you know that next year you will be really busy and you want to get involved in school and be really active, you might not even have the time to dedicate to honors and AP courses. So just be mindful of that when you are thinking about taking an honors or AP course next year. When signing up for classes, you do have opportunities to take a professional pathway course. So this slide is just showing you the different pathways that we offer. Pathways are made up of introductory courses, a concentrator, and capstone. When it comes to our pathways, there's no application necessary. So if you're interested in taking a pathway course, you simply sign up for it when the registration window opens. And if you're currently in a pathway, but you no longer want to take that pathway, you don't select the next sequence in the pathway for the following year. So you don't need to notify your teacher or your counselor if you are no longer interested in continuing in your pathway. If you would like to start a professional pathway next year, we do have approved sequences for students to start and complete a pathway if you start in 10th grade. And for more information about our different pathways, we do have information on the high school website. So we encourage you to look at the different pathways that we offer. They will include the sequence that you need to follow for each pathway. But if you have any questions, you could always reach out to your counselor about this as well. Other options that you have, you could always be an online student, or you could be a hybrid path student. So if you are planning to be fully online next year, that means you're taking the majority of your courses online, which is a minimum of 4. And then you could still take up to 3 face-to-face courses on campus. But be mindful that our online pathway is really designated for those self-motivated, independent learners. Your expected time commitment is 1 hour per online course per day. If you're a part of our online program, you're still a Mountain House High School student, so you can still participate in extracurricular activities. If you're interested in online, you simply just need to sign up for the OC courses when the scheduling window opens. Some students choose to take 1 or 2 classes online, and that's completely fine. Just make sure that you always have a minimum of 5 face-to-face classes in your schedule at all times. So if you are interested in just taking 1 or 2 online classes, you're not considered an online student. You're more of what we call a hybrid pathway student. Again, your expected time commitment for those online courses would be 1 hour per day per online course. And it really is designated for self-motivated, goal-oriented learners. There is no application or interview required if you want to take an online course. You simply sign up for it in the scheduling window. At this time, students just need to sign up. If you're interested in online courses, you simply sign up when the window opens. Just be mindful that OC is no longer in the course title. So you'll no longer see like OC English 10. Instead, you'll see OC in the course number. So that's how you know it's an online course. So just be mindful, just look for those course numbers with OC, and that's how you know it's an online course. When it comes to course requests, we do our best to give every student their selection of courses. However, it sometimes doesn't work out that you get all of the courses that you request. And that's because our classes get full. Some of your classes may conflict with each other, or sometimes we end up canceling a class. So in that situation, it's very important that you select alternates, because we need to know if you don't get your first choice, what your second choice would be. And just always be mindful that the courses you're selecting in Aries when the window opens, those are your requests. Those are not guaranteed any classes. You will pick up your schedule at walkthrough registration, which is usually in August or July, and it's usually right before school starts. And at that time, that's when you get that official schedule with your classes and your teachers. We encourage you to select your courses wisely when the course request window opens. We likely will not have a schedule change window in the upcoming year, and our AP classes will all have a very firm drop date of August 1. Schedule changes, we can look into them at walkthrough registration, but we can only make changes if there's availability. And to be quite honest, there's not much wiggle room in a lot of our classes. So please do not count on changing any of your classes at the last minute, because a lot of times we notice that that just doesn't work out for our students, and our students get really disappointed. And similar with the AP drop deadline of August 1st, while we do have that drop deadline, if you sign up for, let's say, AP Human Geo, and you want to get into regular world history, we can only make that change if space is available. So although we have that drop deadline, it still doesn't mean that you could drop AP classes. We can only do so if there's that availability. Once the course request window opens, you have until February 1st to make changes to your course request. And then after the window closes on February 1st, you will not have any opportunities to make any changes. Counselors will be in your English classes to help when the window opens, to help you guys select your classes. So just make sure you have access to Aries. It's very important that you have access because when we come into the classes, we are there to help you select your courses, okay? So it's a good idea for today or sometime this week or next week to make sure you have access to Aries. The next few slides, we are going to go over some class-specific options for 10th grade. So when it comes to English, you will need to take an English class. So all students could pick either English 10 or 10 honors, and you do have the online format to choose from as well. Students in 10th grade need to take a social studies course. If you've already completed social studies, maybe at Delta College, then you do not need to sign up for a social studies course. But if you have not taken a course in social studies, you will either need to sign up for World History AP, or AP Human Geo, and we do have the online formats of those as well. Now, when it comes to math, your math class is going to be based on what you're currently taking. So if you're currently in Math 1 and you're successful, you can choose Math 2 or Math 2 Honors. If you're currently in Math 2 or Math 2 Honors, you can take Math 3 or Math 3 Honors. And we also have the online format of those classes as well. When it comes to science, you do have a variety of options. You could take Physics in the Universe, Chemistry, or Chemistry Honors. We also have Earth and Space Science. We have the online format of those classes as well. In addition, we also have an OC Physical Science class. When it comes to science, if you are kind of struggling in your current science course, and if you struggle in math, Earth and Space Science might be a good fit for you. Earth and Space Science has the least amount of math required. But if you're doing really well in your current math and science course, then you will have the options of chemistry, chemistry honors, or physics in the universe. For more information about these particular courses, please visit our course catalog. And if you have questions about your science placement, you could always reach out to your counselor or your current science teacher for assistance. But be mindful that you do need to complete 1 year of a life science and 2 years of a physical science. So you're going to take a physical science this year, and then you'll take another year of a physical science in 11th grade as well. In 10th grade, our students also sign up for PE. So your PE options are human performance, lifetime fitness, racket sports, team sports, and yoga. We also have an online PE class as well. Most students will do PE in their 2nd year of high school. However, some students notice that their 10th grade year is pretty full and busy, and so some students choose to do PE in their junior or senior year, and that's completely fine. If you would like to do that, you simply don't sign up for a PE class next year. Some students are also planning on waiving PE, which means that they're participating in 4 seasons of a sport, or they're in marching band, or maybe they did dance. In those situations, those students can waive PE, and if you're planning to waive PE, you simply just don't sign up for PE in 10th grade. Be mindful that you need to select an alternate for any PE class. So all PE classes need to have an alternate. So essentially, if you are signing up for yoga as your first choice, please let us know what PE class you would like in the event that yoga gets full. Additionally, students in 10th grade have options with electives and flex periods. Some things to keep in mind. So if you're currently in a Spanish 1 class, most of our students will continue and go into Spanish 2. So a lot of students will continue with their world language, and that will help them meet that A through G requirement as long as they get a C or better. Many students will also continue with their chosen pathway, or some students might not have started a pathway in 9th grade, but want to start in 10th grade. So we do notice that a lot of students do take pathways as their elective choices. And then we also notice that some students in 10th grade do choose to complete their visual performing art course for the A through G eligibility requirement. So that's just common trends we see, but when it comes to electives, it's completely up to you what you would like to take. And then again, flex is always an option, and that's actually part of your standard schedule. So 6 classes plus a flex period. And just remember, with any elective, you should always have alternates, and you could have more than 1 alternate. So I encourage you to put as many alternates in the system as you would like. You do have some new courses next year, and those include our CTE course, Student-Based Enterprise, which is part of the business pathway. So that's for students that have completed Introduction to Business. You are eligible for that particular course. We are also offering a criminal justice course, as well as a course called the Holocaust in American Life, and those are all elective classes. There's some information on this slide about these particular courses, and you could also look at the course catalog. That should be updated with this information as well. The scheduling dates. So your scheduling window will open on January 11th, and we will close it on February 1st. If you do not pick classes by February 1st, your counselor will have to pick them for you. So please make sure you pick your classes by the deadline. We will be helping students in English classes, but in addition to that, we do have support labs for any questions that you may have, and those are all advertised in FlexTime Manager. So if you need additional support, please see us during Success during those advertised dates. And we will be offering a virtual presentation for parents on January 25th at 9 a.m. It will be virtual, so if your parents would like to get a presentation and ask counselors some questions, they will have that opportunity on January 25th. And we will also have a curriculum fair on January 25th in the evening in the large gym. So if you have any questions about maybe some of our new courses or about some of the classes that you have the opportunity to take, please make sure you come to the curriculum fair. So as always, your counselors are here to help you. We want to make sure you guys make informed choices for next year. So please don't hesitate to reach out. We look forward to helping you. Have a great day.